Hello! Mabuhay! This is Teacher Lourdes, and this is your course, Science, Technology, and Society. Our lesson 11 is Climate Change and Environmental Awareness. Our objectives are explain the scientific basis of climate change and identify its major human-induced causes. Analyze the environmental, social, economic, and ethical implications of climate change on local and global communities. And you will demonstrate environmental responsibility through personal actions that contribute to climate mitigation and sustainability. If the Earth could speak, look at these photos. The first photo is of melting glaciers. The rising temperatures are causing glaciers and polar ice to melt. This contributes to sea level rise and threatens many communities, including the Philippines. Flooding communities. Stronger storms and heavy rains cause severe flooding, destroying homes, livelihoods, and displacing thousands of people. Forest fires. Rising temperatures and prolonged droughts increase the risk of wildfires, destroying forest, wildlife, and communities. Plastic pollution in oceans. Millions of tons of plastic waste enter our oceans every year, harming marine life and affecting the food chain. Looking at these photos, what do you think the Earth will say if it could speak? Pause this video and write your answer in the comment section below. Now let's have the lesson proper. Climate change is one of the most urgent and defining challenges of the 21st century. It refers to long-term shifts in temperature, weather patterns, and climate systems caused primarily by human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels and large-scale deforestation. These actions increase the concentration of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, trapping heat in the atmosphere and raising global temperatures, a process commonly known as the greenhouse effect. Let's discuss how the greenhouse effect works. It is from the greenhouse, the name greenhouse. Do you know what a greenhouse is? A greenhouse is where little plants are put in so that it can absorb the trapped heat from the sun. So, the greenhouse effect is like trapping heat energy from the sun. The solar radiation is reflected by the earth and the atmosphere, like in this image. Most radiation is absorbed by the earth's surface and warms it. So this is the earth's surface, and the radiation is absorbed by the gases in the earth's atmosphere. Some of the infrared radiation passes through the atmosphere, some is absorbed and re-emitted in all directions by greenhouse gas molecules. The effect of this is to warm the Earth's atmosphere and lower atmosphere. And the infrared radiation is emitted by the Earth's surface. So just like a greenhouse, it's which trap energy from the sun so that the plants inside can have suitable temperature for their growth. The greenhouse effect happens in our atmosphere. So because of greenhouse effect, we have the suitable temperature in our uh, our atmosphere, and we are living on top of the lithosphere. So we are living here on top, and the process of greenhouse effect is a natural phenomena which allows us to live because of the natural suitable temperature which living creatures such as can live in. So I hope you understand how the greenhouse effect happens. So continuing our discussion, but we know that by human activities, we added the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. What does the human beings do? we burn the fossil fuels. So fossil fuels contribute the burning of fossil fuels contribute to the greenhouse gases. So what are the greenhouse gases? The greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane. Methane is from decaying matter, and nitrous oxide, and water vapor is also a greenhouse gas. So these greenhouse gases. So what do you expect if we contribute more fossil fuel, we contribute more greenhouse gases? It will cause global warming. So global warming is the increase in the total temperature or the average temperature of the earth represented by this image. As you can see, there is a global warming because human beings continue to add greenhouse gases. So the more greenhouse gases, the hotter our planet will become. So looking at these images, the before and the after, there is a rise in sea level, and another cause is La Nina and El Nino, and a hotter temperature of average temperature of our planet. So that's how uh, greenhouse effect works. So global warming refers to the long-term increase in Earth's average surface temperature due to human activities that intensify the greenhouse effect. While the Earth's climate naturally fluctuates, scientific data confirm that the current warming trend is occurring at an unprecedented rate, primarily since the Industrial Revolution. So, during the Industrial Revolution, it causes the start of adding the additional greenhouse gases because the Industrial Revolution in the 1800s is the start of creating the factories of everything, factories of cars, factories of um, everything that we use in our households. So during the Industrial Revolution in the 1800s, this is the start of the human activity of burning of fossil fuels. Uh, it include coal, oil, natural gas, and the fossil fuels are from the decayed plants and animals from a long time ago. So, the burning of fossil fuels are done in factories as well as in converting the uh, Earth's energy into electrical energy. Uh, for example, in power plants. So, the green the greenhouse gas emissions, so it releases carbon dioxide, which is the primary greenhouse gas. So agriculture and livestock also contribute methane, a potent greenhouse gas, and industrial processes release nitrous oxide and fluorinated gases, which trap heat in the atmosphere. So uh, additional uh, greenhouse gases can trap additional heat, causing the global warming. So another problem is deforestation. When you say deforestation, the human beings cut large number of trees, and the forest become bare. So we all know that trees absorb carbon dioxide through photosynthesis, and large scale forest clearing can reduce this carbon and leaving more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. That is why I always tell my students that trees are very important, and I always promote tree planting. And of course, one of your activity for this lesson is tree planting. And urbanization and industrialization. So cities with high energy consumption and transport emissions contribute significantly to heat retention. So the cities with many cars, as you can notice, if you go to the city, it's very hot because the gases from the cars and other vehicles can trap the heat and it can cause higher temperature. The global warming has far-reaching consequences for both natural and human systems. So, environmental impacts of global warming, melting glaciers and polar ice caps causing sea level rise, and increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events such as typhoons, heat waves, droughts, and floods. So, we are already feeling the effects of global warming. As you can see in the Philippines, we have more typhoons and stronger typhoons because our country lies in the vicinity of the Pacific Ocean where the typhoons are formed. So the higher the temperature of the some part of the ocean, the more storms are formed. Ocean warming leading to coral bleaching and disruption of marine ecosystem. So that's another problem, coral bleaching. What are the social and economic impacts? It has threats to agriculture, water supply, and food security, displacement of population due to flooding and sea level rise, health risks, including heat-related illnesses and spread of vector-borne diseases. So what are the ecosystem impacts? Loss of biodiversity as species fail to adapt to changing temperatures. So many species are already dying because of the changing temperatures, altered migration patterns, and extinction of vulnerable species. So there are already a number of vulnerable species, and some are already extinct, like the dodo bird and also the rhinoceros. So, what are the mitigation and adaptation processes? First, reducing the emissions. So, the human being should shift to renewable energy like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power and promote energy efficiency in households, industries, and transportation. Also, carbon sequestration. It includes reforestation and afforestation projects to absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide, and soil management in agriculture can store carbon effectively. Also, community preparedness. What are the early warning systems for extreme weather events? And urban planning that accounts for rising sea levels and flood zones. So, urban planning is very important, especially in cities, because many communities are affected during um, typhoons. And of course, global cooperation. International agreements such as the Paris Agreement aim to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius, ideally 1.5 degrees Celsius compared to pre-industrial levels. So global warming is not just an environmental issue, it is a social, economic, and ethical challenge. Its impacts are already visible worldwide, and without urgent action, they will worsen. Addressing global warming requires collective effort from governments, industries. Okay, sorry. Okay. So, reducing emission, global cooperation. So, without urgent action, this will worsen. Addressing global warming requires collective effort from governments, industries, communities, and individuals. Small actions such as reducing energy consumption, planting trees, and adopting sustainable lifestyles collectively contribute to mitigating the crisis. So, scientific evidence shows a clear correlation between industrialization and the accelerated warming of our planet. Data from NASA and Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change or IPCC reveal that the Earth has warmed by more than 1 degree Celsius since the late 19th century. This seemingly small increase has intensified extreme weather events such as prolonged droughts, stronger typhoons, rising sea levels, and severe heat waves. In the Philippines, the nation's geographical location makes it particularly vulnerable. Increased rainfall variability, more intense tropical cyclones, and the threat of submergence of low-lying areas such as coastal towns highlight the immediate risk climate change poses to Filipino community. So what are the environmental, social, and ethical impacts. So the impacts include coral bleaching, loss of biodiversity, melting ice sheets, disruption of natural ecosystem. It threatens food security, water supply, and stability of habitats. So social impacts are equally significant. Climate change can affect the poor, especially the women, the children, the farmers, fishermen, and indigenous communities. Extreme weather destroys homes, livelihoods, and educational opportunities while increasing risk of hunger, disease, and displacement. So, as you can see in these images generated by ChatGPT, a healthy coral is like this, while the bleach color is like white. This is due to the pollution and the intensified uh, temperature underneath the water. So we all should do something to save our planet. This is our planet, and there is no planet B, so we should act now. So these are um, people working together to save our planet, and this is an image of greeneries wherein communities decided to create their own food and grow their own food and reduce, reuse, and recycle. So in their simple ways. Okay? So ethical considerations arise from the idea of intergenerational responsibility. So future generations will inherit the environmental decisions we made today. So technology, society, and climate solutions. So technology offer powerful tools for confronting climate change. Renewable energy technologies including solar, wind, hydropower, and geothermal reduce reliance on fossil fuel. Digital innovations such as climate modeling, AI enhanced weather forecasting, and satellite monitoring improve our ability to predict storms, detect environmental changes, and plan early responses. However, technology is not enough. Our society must adapt lifestyle changes. And environmental awareness transforms individuals into active participants in climate action. So, personal responsibility, environmental stewardship. Climate action begins at home. Simple but meaningful changes such as conserving electricity, reducing plastic use, of course, planting trees and supporting eco-friendly products and advocating for clean energy policies can reduce our overall carbon footprint. Tree growing in particular is one of the most effective carbon sequestration strategy because we know trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. So we must be aware of our responsibilities because we are the most intelligent beings on the planet. We claim that as human beings, we are the most intelligent, but also we are the ones destroying our planet. So we must decide, we must take action that we will do our best to contribute to lessening the carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere so that we can have hope for our future generation. I hope you understand our lesson. Our assessment activities include writing essay in 300 to 350 words, discuss how climate change affects your community, and describe 2 concrete actions that you and your family can help to mitigate the impacts and explain why the actions are important. So this is the rubric content and that 50 points, clarity and organization 25 points, insight and reflection 25 points. And of course, for your performance task, this is also your project. Tree growing at home. You will plant at least 5 seeds or seedlings in your home or in your backyard in cans or plastic containers. You will document the planting process by recording a short video, and your face must be visible in the video, showing you are preparing the soil, planting the seeds, and labeling them. And you will continue to care for the plants throughout the semester. So that's your lesson. This is the rubric. Okay, just read the rubric. And thank you so much for these references. These are my references for this lesson. Thank you also to Zoom.com, ChatGPT, and Canva.com. So I hope you learned something from this lesson. Let us all help each other to care for the earth, care for our planet because we have no planet B. This is our only planet and we must do something to lessen the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. So this is your teacher, Teacher Lourdes, saying mabuhay.